The William & Mary Washington Center integrates academics and experiential learning to produce high-impact opportunities for all. For 20 years, we've facilitated meaningful connections and provided a place of belonging for the entire William & Mary community. As we celebrate William & Mary in Washington, we are bringing you monthly videos that celebrate the center's rich history and consider its future. This month, we're highlighting the internship and professional development opportunities available to students through the Washington Center. We talked with Casey MacLean, a former DC semester student, and Nicole Lynn Lewis, an alumna whose nonprofit organization has hired numerous study in DC students over the years.
So I interned at NOAA's Office of National Marine Sanctuaries, and I really enjoy the intersection of science and policy, which was kind of what this whole semester was focused on. And so I got to blend my interest in environmental science and especially marine science with this internship, and then also public policy too. So it was a really great way to do everything interdisciplinary that I had been doing in my undergrad. Yeah, marine science was always an interest of mine, and then it was really neat to learn how marine science is being incorporated into federal policy and to kind of dip my toes in the water there, and then that very much played into what I'm doing now with my career. So I actually heard about it from my professor, Heather McDonald. So she was teaching a one-credit course called Marine Science Mashup, and I was in that class at the time, and she was planning out the semester program and told me about it, thinking about me because I was majoring in environmental science and public policy and also was taking all these marine science courses. So it was like a very good blend of kind of what I was interested in. The difference for me with the Washington program was just that you are fully immersed 24/7 in this field that you're going into, and you're having this like really great learning experience outside of your internship, and then you're able to kind of see all those connections being drawn in the internship that you're participating in. One of the best things that the Washington Center does is they pair you up with a mentor who is a fellow William & Mary graduate and kind of working in your field. And so I was paired up with Lindsay Kratz, who's amazing, but she was working at NOAA, and she was amazing about setting me up with coffee dates and meeting people, and just really helping me build that network while I was there. It was just really great to have somebody looking out for me, just who was like very invested in what I was doing and excited about my future career, and who also had that William & Mary connection. So there are just some really great people who are great mentors. I think I had one of the best ones, but she definitely opened doors for me. I ended up getting this current job on the House Natural Resources Committee through the William & Mary network, and kind of it was a longer pathway. It wasn't super direct, but through the Washington Center, I for sure built that network and made all those connections that got me the job I have today. As a staffer on the House Natural Resources Committee, when you're committee staff, you're kind of shepherding a bill the entire way through the process. So we do background research on a topic, and then we start drafting a bill, or if there's already an idea out there, we might be expanding on it, editing that legislative text, and then you're writing policy memos on these bills for members of Congress and for staff. I get to write statements for members of Congress, and to hear at a hearing or even on the House floor, a member reading the little speech that I wrote, it's a really cool feeling. So I love my job, and definitely wouldn't have gotten here without the Washington program. So
Casey is a perfect example of the ways that students can build off their internship experience with the Washington Center, while Nicole exemplifies one of the most important ways that William & Mary alumni can stay involved with the Washington Center, by hiring interns.
Hi, my name's Nicole Lynn Lewis. I am the founder and CEO of Generation Hope, also an alumna of the College of William & Mary. I graduated in 2003. Generation Hope is a nonprofit organization based in DC that serves the entire DC metro region. We help teen moms and dads earn their college degrees while also helping their little ones get ready for kindergarten. And we're now launching national work to advocate for the needs of parenting college students all across the country. So Generation Hope came to be really out of my personal experience, and also just knowing that there was this huge gap in our community and really in our country around helping parenting students get to the graduation stage, particularly young parents. I was a teen mom myself. I got pregnant my senior year of high school, and I had a stack of acceptance letters into colleges and a positive pregnancy test. And even though I was really strong academically, people told me I wasn't going to be successful. I wasn't going to go to college. And I thought, this is crazy. It's really important for me now to have my degree so that I'm able to take care of my daughter. And I started at William & Mary when my daughter was a little under 3 months old, and often thought, these feet don't belong here. I felt, I very much knew that I was an anomaly on campus, and it was a bit intimidating to kind of start out with a newborn baby as a brand new college student. But I was really focused and determined to get my degree. And over the next 4 years, I experienced many of the things that the students that we now work with experience. So I was, how do you keep the heat on in the winter? How do you make impossible decisions between a textbook for class and diapers and baby wipes and keeping enough food in the fridge for both myself and my daughter? Emotionally, it was hard just being an anomaly on campus and, having to explain to your study group that you can't bring your toddler into the swim library at 9 p.m. Because, she needs to go to bed. So, but it was an extremely transformative experience to go to William & Mary for so many reasons. I think one moment that sticks out to me in terms of our William & Mary interns is our very first intern, Charlotte, who began working with us when we just had 2 staff members. So we were very small. And so at that time, our interns played an even bigger role in kind of advancing the mission, because we had to have them really function almost, as another third member of the team. And we were really a small team at the time. So I think about Charlotte and how integral she was to making sure that we were able to pull off programming at that time, and really helping us to check a lot of the boxes that needed to be checked for our students and to make sure that our programming ran smoothly. Now we're a much bigger organization, 15 full-time employees. But I think that, that experience early on with Charlotte just showed us how amazing William & Mary interns are and what an asset they can be no matter how big or small your organization is. I think there are so many things that set William & Mary interns apart. They come to us with a real curiosity and eagerness around the work and around our mission. And I think that's not something that you can teach necessarily. That's something that I think is really special about the students that we've been able to work with from William & Mary. And I think that it's really great to see them bring their own ideas to the table and really have a lot of wonderful ways that we can innovate our programming. We often say, what's a project that you want to work on through the course of this internship? And it's been really wonderful to just have our interns from William & Mary kind of think big and creatively about, the ways that they want to make an impact while they're working with us. So I think there's so many things, but I think those are some of the things that stand out. It's such a rewarding experience, particularly as an alum, to be able to reach back and provide opportunities for current students and kind of think about what would have been helpful to you at the time, that you were in school. And I think, our advice, or my advice in hosting an intern, would be to give them the space to really innovate and contribute to your projects and to your organization in their own unique way. I think sometimes we provide internship opportunities that are very rigid, that don't provide enough leeway for students to really come in and bring their whole selves to a team and kind of help reimagine some of the things that you're doing. That's something that I think particularly William & Mary interns can do really well, and I think you'll be really happy with the results.